How's it going, everybody? It is March 1st. This is Merch by Amazon or Merch on Demand sales update. I'll go through the numbers fairly quickly. February was an interesting month. I put out a few videos talking about how slow and how bad the month was, and there were certain times when it actually felt like that, especially in the U.S. marketplace. But by the end of the month, it kind of picked up a little bit, and the numbers turned out all right. Like, I'm definitely not disappointed. The month itself, and I'll show you guys, turned out to be an average month, at least for 2022. I'm not sure what it's going to look like later on this year, compared to what happens later on. But for now, it's just an average month. As you can see here, 157 157 products sold. Actually, I'm going to point this out. There's a bit of a discrepancy on Pretty Merch, which is interesting because I'll show you guys these numbers as well. This 59 recorded here, 57 here, and I mean, I'm running this report at the same time, so I'm not sure exactly. I've also noticed Pretty Merch glitching at certain times as well, even between uh, laptops. But I just figured that was because of the setup and options that I had. But I can't find anything that I'm doing different. But now it's weird because it's the same. I mean, I'm logged in. It's just a different tab. But anyways, so I have to check. Actually, I haven't prepared and looked at the manage page or the analyze page of Merch by Amazon. I'm always looking at Pretty Merch, but clearly there are some issues. So I've made either 57 or 157 or 159 sales for the total of $2,992 in sales, royalties of 490 681. According to this screen, it would be 504.77. So when I was doing my math for the totals, which I'll show you guys in a minute, I actually used this number because I was adding up the rest of the marketplaces, but I might be a few dollars off. So the way that this actually looks compared to other months that, like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, we will see in a second if this loads. Okay, there we go. So this is what I was talking about. Last month, 169, and I actually thought that was a solid beginning to the year. This month I got 10 sales less, but the royalties were actually $20 more. So 159. That's so. This is so. Am I missing something? Maybe you guys can help me in the comments. 159 even on this graph. When I click on it, 157. So I'm not sure what I'm looking at that's off. So anyways, that's what's confusing me. But anyways, the number itself, 159, is, as you can see, like I said, average. Like, this is what I got in October. It was around November, a little higher than September. So definitely okay start. I mean, January of 2022 was bad. I just remember that. I got 110 sales in the US, but February I got 200 in the US. So February of 2023 is actually lower than February 2022. So that's kind of where I am. Let's look at the total numbers. 255. So the marketplaces that came through were Germany, Italy, Japan. These are my kind of like top three after the US, UK, okay, and then a few here and there. My Spain, I never get any sales. I should probably look into that. Maybe put out some products that would sell in that marketplace. What I wanted to do is compare this to January. So this was in January. 274 sales total. So what was happening is even though I dropped 10 sales here, overall I only dropped another 10, which is 20 sales, and in this case 19 sales total less than January, which brings me to my conclusion that February wasn't actually bad. And when we look at uh, royalties, and I did the math here for both. This was January. It was $791 dollars, so all U.S. dollars in royalties. So this is the profit, and this is February. So for a shorter month, a month that I actually thought was starting off really, really bad, and where I was nervous, it turned out to be okay. I'm hoping that the activity will continue to be like this, at least in the US, because if you guys remember a couple of videos ago, I had a number of days where I was getting one sale in the US, and those kinds of numbers are strange for me because they almost never happen. So this is nice to see, and I definitely won't get any I won't make any complaints if I'm getting eights, nines, and tens in the U.S. and then additional sales across the board across the other marketplaces. For a total of anywhere between 15 or 20 per day. Because my average in general for 2022, my total average was about 10. So this is actually looking pretty good. So anyways, I'll wrap it up here. I don't want to talk too much and bore you guys, but those are the numbers. So 159 in the US, 255, and very similar numbers to January. So this year is off to an okay start. Nothing exceptional, but still, brings in 778 US dollars in royalties. So that's pretty good. Anyways, I'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks.